friends, and welcome to This Alaska Kitchen. We are a hunting and fishing family. Sometimes we'll have deer meat, sometimes we will have caribou, but right now we're primarily cooking with halibut, salmon, and moose meat. I'm never quite sure what's going to end up in this video. I just turned the camera on. Sometimes when we're cooking dinner, often you will see the kids in the kitchen with us. Having our 4 boys learn how to cook and eating dinner together as a family is really important to us. So we spend a lot of time in the kitchen, eating at home, and we like to bring you guys along for some of it. So let's get cooking. It is quite a snowy afternoon around here. I'm going to be cooking some meatballs. We're gonna make them, cook them in the crock pot. These are actually going to be mozzarella stuffed meatballs made with moose meat. They can be eaten on a hoagie roll. I'm also gonna cook up some of this cute heart pasta that our viewer Michelle Wilson sent to us. We're using the best sauce around, Rao's marinara sauce. The recipe calls for 1 pound of ground beef. So we're using 1 pound of ground moose and then 1 pound of hot Italian sausage. Our Italian moose is not spicy. Really, it's just moose meat with Italian spices added to it. Moose meat is extremely lean. It doesn't have a lot of fat in it, and the fat usually helps it stick together. So we might have to add an extra egg or some coconut oil or a few more breadcrumbs than the recipe calls for, because this is going to be a very lean meatball. 1 package of plain moose, 1 package of Italian moose. It will not be spicy. I might add a little bit of spice to it just to beef up the flavor, but we'll see. Next we need garlic, salt, black pepper, and breadcrumbs. I keep forgetting to buy garlic powder at the store. Oops. So I'm just adding some regular minced garlic, salt, pepper. Now this moose meat has been frozen. My son shot his moose back in October. We grind up all the meat ourselves and freeze it. I got it out last night and let it defrost. I do not like defrosting game meat in the microwave. I feel like it gives it a gamey taste. Otherwise, moose meat has a beautiful taste. It just tastes like really lean beef. So as long as it's taken care of and cooked properly, moose tastes fantastic. It is my favorite of all the game meats. Gonna add some red pepper flakes since I don't have the spicy sausage, just a little bit. 1 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna add a little bit extra for, like I said, it just might need a little bit of extra binding because of the lack of fat. Gonna add some cheese. It says 1/4 cup shredded Parmesan. 2 eggs. And then we're gonna chop up some parsley. It looks a little sad, but I should have put it in some water when I got it home. Totally forgot. It'll still taste good. Now we get to mix this up and make our meatballs. Well, I've never made meatballs, let alone stuffed meatballs, but I thought these just looked really good. So we're gonna wrap a meatball around half of one of these little mozzarella balls and then stick them in the Rao's marinara. These meatballs are sticking together beautifully. So we added enough breadcrumbs. They smell really good. Once we get them all in the crock pot, we are going to cook it for 2 hours, and at an hour we'll stir it, and then we'll make sure that they reach the temperature of 165 degrees before we pull them out. We'll test several meatballs. So make sure they're done. We don't eat meatballs very often, like almost never. So this will be an interesting treat. We'll see how the boys like them. We usually just use ground meat and then add sauce to it. I thought this would be kind of a fun change. Making little meatball subs. I think I'll probably eat these over some cauliflower rice. I have very high expectations for these. They look amazing. I will see you back here in an hour and we will stir them up. Miss Luna is smart and is just having a nice nap on this snowy day. Yes. Hi, sweetheart. All right, it's been about an hour. This is nice and hot, but I'm gonna give it a good little stir to make sure that, you know, we move all these around and everything gets cooked. Oh, I just don't want to break them. Broke one. Smells amazing. Well, it's been 2 hours. My meatballs are not cooked. I'm wondering if I need to move them over into a pot so that we can have dinner soon. Darn! They're looking good, but they're just not cooked all the way through. Well, those moose meatballs were some of the best meatballs I have ever had. They were so good. They probably could have used a full 3 hours in the crock pot. We ate them at about 2 hours and 45 minutes, but that pushed dinner back later than I was planning. I thought that they would be done in 2 hours. I wish I had started them sooner. That could just be my crock pot. Anyways, really, really tasty. I had it over cauliflower rice, which was excellent. I also had a bite of it with the bread. Tasted great. We put it in the oven and broiled it with some mozzarella cheese on top. The kids loved it with noodles, so I would definitely make those again. Maybe make them a little bit smaller if I could. That would help them cook faster, but with that Rayo sauce, they were amazing. Another dinner done.
All right, so one of our subscribers sent us this awesome gift box full of all these Louisiana spices, seasonings, and Cajun gift box. So I'm cooking dinner tonight. I've got some halibut here. This is from last summer that we caught with the family. And I was at the supermarket just the other day with the boys, and this stuff was $26.99 a pound. So I would never buy that at the store, but I feel really fortunate that we get to eat it. So I was looking through all this good stuff in here, figuring out what I could cook. And I'm gonna use this fish fry mix, and then I'm gonna make a cobbler with some of these apple pie filling that Lauren made last summer. And then we'll save the rest of this good stuff. Jambalaya mix, barbecue shrimp sauce. We'll save that for another night. So let's get to it. good.
Usually I like to fly, like somehow find a higher pressure on them and fly and land on them. Dad, what's direct variolation?
Direct variolation? Is that for your, then I'm gonna stick the, make sure we get butter everywhere. And, there we go. There we go. Canned apples. So that's gonna be the bottom of the cobbler there. We got banana, butter, and then, according to the directions, we just put this on top. So. All right, we're gonna stick this in the oven for about 40 minutes. Now time to cut up this fish. All right, let's get this into some fried fish pieces. Alright. Now what does this say? Rinse in cold water. Bread. Deep fry it. Internal temperature. Okay, I know what to do. Cool. Alright, we're gonna add some oil here to get this warming up for the fish. Alright, now we got the fish ready and the oil warming up. I am gonna put some of the seasoning here on this plate and we are gonna batter these fish. Okay, here we go. Yum. Of one? Oh, okay. This is good. This mix, I think, is some kind of like cornmeal with a little bit of flour in it with some seasonings. It smells good. So I think it should be good. All right, that was easy enough. Let's get this stuff in the oil. We're getting hungry. The oil's not hot yet. What? That would explain why. Oh, this new stove, I had the wrong burner heating up. That would explain why it wasn't hot. Okay, I think we got it set up now. All right, let's put these in. I got hot oil now. Oh, that looks good. Wonder if we can get them all in there at once. That would be awesome. And let's see. Come on, make some room for that guy, and we are in. Okay, put the lid on. Turn on the fan. All right, time to flip these. Looking good. All right, there it is. Let's go eat. Oh, where's my chair, Everett?
Right there.
No, this is my spot.
My chair.
Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, that looks really good.
Everyone.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yum. So this is like an apple banana cobbler. Okay.
All right, friends, just got the kids to school. Usually I have my breakfast smoothie while they're having breakfast, but it didn't happen this morning. So I'm gonna make it right now, chat with you about my smoothie. I have already made a video about this, but I always get questions after I do a Costco video. So I'm just gonna share it again today. First off, I always start with water. And I have to say, this pitcher that came with our new fridge, that's always, it fills it up automatically, is magical. So I'm gonna start out with water. It also has this amazing ice. You either have the small ice and big ice and a little bit of ice. It's the little things. I like this ice maker. All right. Next, I add a frozen banana. I like the creaminess that it adds, but I also just like the flavor. So half a frozen banana. Then we head over to the smoothie station. Over here, I have my smoothie station. I've been trying out these Just Ingredients protein powders. If I'm being honest, I almost hate to say it, but I love it. I love this protein powder. It's so much more expensive, but it's so much better for me. You know, it has just real ingredients in it. So I probably will be making the switch. So I love the chocolate. Peanut butter chocolate, not so much. I'd rather just add my own peanut butter powder. I talked about this in a Costco video a couple days ago. If you're like, why is she talking about this? I got some other ones to try. I have not made it through all of them, but I did love, let me see if I can find it. There was a chocolate coconut that I thought was amazing. I like the mint, but it doesn't really go with my regular smoothie. So I still have more to try. Oh, we forgot one thing back over here. We gotta go back to the fridge, sorry. Always add a big old handful of spinach. And to me, I can't taste it. Unless I go overboard, I can't taste the spinach, and it's a great way to get a huge handful of greens. Scoop of protein powder. Scoop of collagen, which I probably don't need with the Just Ingredients because it has collagen, but that's all right. Just what I'm used to. Cup of peanut butter powder, which I heard recently is the byproduct of making peanut oil. They just finally realized, hey, we can take this byproduct and make it into peanut butter powder, which is amazing. It's just, I think they used to just toss that part of it, and it makes it less fat, but a lot of protein. Since the oil is removed, and then I use some cocoa powder. Now we'll blend it up. Cheers. Now you might be wondering why protein smoothies. This just is what makes me feel best in the morning. If I eat cereal, I'm hungry 10 minutes later. I might have toast and an egg some mornings with some spinach, but this is kind of my easy go-to. I do work out 4 to 5 days a week. I just like a smoothie in the morning. I feel satisfied and I feel full longer, if that makes sense. I like it. The Just Ingredients taste a little bit different, but it's really good. I don't know, it's just really tasty. It's really good. For today's meal, we are making egg roll in a bowl. I've got some cabbage, some carrots. I'm gonna cook some broccoli to go with it. I did buy some pork sausage, but we're also gonna add some moose meat. But this has the right flavor. So let's get it ready. I get asked about this mandolin chopper every time I use it in a video. It is from Pampered Chef. You can contact the Flip Flop Chef here on YouTube if you want one. I'm sure she can help you out. Hey, can you get me an onion out of the pantry if you're gonna be up here? So it's slicing them. Okay, I turned the dial and made them into little matchsticks. It's not going in there. It's not going in there. Thank you, though. Okay, you need to get out your homework packet, please. Out of the drawer.
This is how you spell snowman. Egg roll bowl. What do you put in an egg roll bowl?
Everything will be in an egg roll, but it's just going in a bowl now.
Not egg roll. What are we having today? What are we having today?
Egg roll in a bowl. That's dinner. And broccoli. Hey, can you get that new oil thing over there? I'm testing out a new oil thing. You can squeeze these and then it fills up 1, 2, 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon of oil. Just easier for the kids to control. This is avocado oil. This is the stem of the broccoli. It'll cook up really nice.
That's pretty cool.
Oops.
It's so juicy.
Oh, careful.
Mom, this is kind of a good way to get it. You just do this and then you spin it. You get it and then you spin it. Spin it. The whole math is at Monday. Spin. Spin. Oh. Cabbage. Cabbage. I love cabbage. Cabbage is the best.
So I'm doubling this recipe, which makes it a little bit too big for this frying pan, but we're gonna make it work. I think once the veggies start to cook, they're gonna cook down and we'll be okay. I just wanted to double it because I wanted to use moose and pork sausage just to give it more flavor and have leftovers. Okay, while those veggies are cooking down, I'm reading the recipe off of here. I just need to print it out. This is the recipe I really like. I'm gonna make the sauce. So I need fresh ginger, garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, and some chicken broth, which I did not thaw out. So we're gonna have to see if I can find some in a can somewhere. Okay. Garlic, soy sauce, one teaspoon. So we're doubling that, 2 teaspoons. I was not able to find any chicken broth that's not frozen solid, so I'm gonna use this Better Than Bouillon and mix it with some boiling water from the tea kettle. 1 teaspoon, 8 ounces. This is looking really good. Okay, gotta add some ginger. Just peeling it off a little bit. And then we'll add some in. Can you use the peel of the ginger, or are you supposed to peel it? I think you're supposed to peel it, but one of you smart people told me to do it with a spoon, so. Okay. Ooh, that smells so good.
Oh, really? That smells good. Well, I don't know why, but boiling water actually smells good.
Well, I think you're smelling all the other stuff.
I like. Add your bouillon.
Little taste test. So good. Ooh, I just got some ginger. I did not make rice, so I'm gonna go see. I think I have some cauliflower rice in the freezer downstairs. Add more veggies. What could go wrong with that? Let's finish off this video with a sweet treat. I actually have 2 mixers out because I want to make a lot of sugar cookies. This is my KitchenAid mixer. We use it for grinding meat. We use it for baking, but this is my mom's Bosch mixer from when I was a kid, and it is a workhorse. It is great for making bread and cookie dough. So we're gonna be using both. And this is my favorite sugar cookie recipe. I am hosting a Galentine's Day party in a few days. So I am going to check the cookies off the list today so that they will be ready for the party. That party will be shown in another video, but let's get started on these sugar cookies. I'm going to be making a double batch in this mixer and a single batch in here for 3 total batches. So I'll tell you what's going into it on here and then we'll get them both going. First up, we need 2/3 cup butter. I like to melt my butter in the microwave. So we need 2/3 cup of butter, which is 11 tablespoons. And this is 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'll get that. It's been a while since I've made these cookies. I can't remember. I remembered maybe I was trying to make a triple batch. Maybe this one could handle a double batch, we'll see. I know I tried to make too many cookies in this at one point and it was a disaster. So I like to cover my butter, as long as it has this like wax paper, I like to cover my butter when I put it in the microwave so it doesn't spray everywhere. So I'm gonna go put this in for 1 minute to melt it. We're gonna cream the butter with 1.5 cups sugar. Honestly, I think this could probably handle 2. Do I want to make 4 batches? A lot. We'll just go with 3 batches. Okay. Next up, we need 2 eggs beaten. Next up is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I measure vanilla with my heart. I very rarely get out a measuring spoon for vanilla. I have made my own vanilla in the past. Funny story, we rented out our minivan on Turo one summer because there was a car rental shortage here in Alaska. I think it was everywhere, but it was particularly like people's whole trips were getting ruined because their car rentals were being canceled. So we had bought our bigger van. We decided to rent out our minivan to tourists. And on one of the trips, the people left a big bottle of vodka and we're like, what are we gonna do with this? We don't drink alcohol, but then we turned it into vanilla and it was amazing vanilla. So I need to order some more beans and make my own vanilla. So that was kind of how I made my own vanilla. Next up, we're gonna measure out our dry ingredients. I feel like every time I film a video, my flour is almost empty. I did go down and get an extra bag of flour to refill this from our overstock pantry in the garage. But I wanna use up this old flour first before I pour in a new bag of flour. So for our single batch, we need 3 1/4 cup. We need 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix that up. And add that to our wet ingredients. And then this mixture does need to be refrigerated before you roll it out to help it get to the right consistency. So we're gonna refrigerate it for 2 to 3 hours. You can also put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes, depending on how much time you have to wait. Now this dough freezes really well. If you're going to freeze it, you need to wrap it multiple times, like in saran wrap, or put it in a Tupperware. I'm only gonna be freezing it for a couple hours, so just a simple saran wrap will do. I'm going to pop these discs into the refrigerator for a couple hours, and then after dinner tonight, I will pull them back out. We will roll them out, turn them into cookies for our Valentine's Day party. Now that the dough is in the refrigerator, I have a few minutes before after school pickup and after school craziness. I want to show you this box we got from Lisa and Maddie in Illinois. Thank you so much for sending us a box. The note that came with it said that they were one of our giveaway winners and really enjoyed getting some Alaska goodies. So they sent us some from their state. Let's see what's in here. All right, first up we have some macaroni and cheese gummies. Never seen anything like this. I just have to taste test one because they look like mac and cheese. Do they taste like mac and cheese? No, they smell fruity. Okay. They're just like a orange fruity gummy. That is so funny. Oh, also some Kraft macaroni and cheese socks, some fruit chew pops, assorted fruit rolls. Let me finish chewing this macaroni and cheese. Next up, we have some Beer Nuts brand snacks, original bar mix, from Bloomington, Illinois. And some sweet and salty almonds. Yum. Let's see what's in this bubble wrap. Ooh, Plank's homemade maple flavored syrup. It's a really cool bottle. Everything else is wrapped in bubble wrap, so bear with me. We have some blackberry spread, seedless. Yum. We have some creamy peanut butter spread from Beachy's Bulk Food in Arthur, Illinois. So we're gonna have some peanut butter and jelly. Yum. All right. Oh, I knew there was a card. I had seen a card. I had pencils before you said you had enough. Honestly, with 4 children, you can never have enough pencils around. They go missing. So thank you for the pencils. She didn't realize that Tootsie Rolls were from Chicago. And her daughter sells Scentsy. Black Forest Pine, Vanilla Mint, and then Arctic Kiss. Thank you for those. That is awesome. Lisa and Maddie, thank you so much for spoiling us. We will really enjoy all these products from Illinois. We really appreciate it. And good luck with your business, Maddie. Thanks for sharing with us.
That's yum.
You want one, Ev?
Okay. I'll use the socks.
Say, can I have the socks, please?
Can I have the socks, please? Mom?
Sure. For dinner, we had chicken and wild rice soup. We showed this in our last video and we liked it so much we were ready to have it again. After dinner, the boys were ready to help with the sugar cookies. This dough can be rolled out with some flour, but I have found it's kind of easier and less messy if you roll it out between 2 pieces of parchment paper. When it first comes out of the refrigerator, it's a bit tough to roll out because it's so cold, but it's actually a really, really nice dough to work with once you get it rolled out. I like to keep my dough quite thick. I feel like it just makes a better, chewier cookie, but it is a really good dough to work with. You can cut it out and then roll it back into a ball and cut out again. It doesn't start to crumble or anything like that, and it is a good dough for the kids to help with because it is a very forgiving dough. So as you can see, everybody got in on this fun, except for Weston. He was downstairs getting something else done, but the boys actually had an activity this night and Mark was going to drive them, so I had their help to start out with, and then it was my job to finish rolling out the rest of the cookies and get them into the oven so that I could clean up the kitchen. I was grateful to have the boys help though. These sugar cookies cook for 8 minutes at 400 degrees. They almost don't even look cooked when they're done, but they do continue to cook for a little bit on the pan. And they are just so soft and good. I have people ask me to make these every single year once they've tried them. It's a really, really good recipe. I'm not going to make the frosting for these cookies. I gave up on making beautiful sugar cookies years ago. It's just not one of my talents, but I do like a good tasting sugar cookie, and I love 1 stick of cream cheese with 1 stick of butter. Make sure that they are both at room temperature when you mix them up so you don't get chunky cream cheese. 3 cups of powdered sugar and a splash of vanilla. It makes really, really good frosting. And one year when I was doing this party, I ran out of time and I didn't frost the cookies. I just put the frosting out and the cookies. Everybody frosted their own, added sprinkles if they wanted to. It was so much easier on me. It made them so much easier to store, and everybody loved it. So from then on, I just let everybody frost their own cookies. All right, I've got the last batch of cookies in the oven. I got a bunch of dishes to clean, a quiet house. I'm gonna get to work. Thank you so much for spending time with me and the family in This Alaska Kitchen. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. We love you, and we'll see you again real soon for more of This Alaska Life. Oh, Miss Luna came to say goodbye. Bye, kitty. And Miss Luna wants to say goodbye. Bye, sweetheart.
So 1, 2, 3. I'm back in socks. Cheddar. Cheddar.
Cheddar.
Cheddar. Cheddar, cheddar, cheddar. Cheddar. I'm macking the cheese.
You're macking the cheese.
I'm walking on cheddar.
I'm walking on cheddar, he says.